Did you know nearly 75% of SUV buyers regret their purchase within just 2 years? That's right. People drop tens of thousands on what they think is the perfect ride, only to face sky-high repair bills, terrible fuel economy, and resale values that nosedive. I learned that the hard way, but here's what shocked me. Consumer Reports tested over 100 SUVs, and only 7 passed their strict reliability standards. One of them costs less than $50 a year to maintain. That's cheaper than a single oil change. And it might just save you thousands. Let's begin with the first reliable SUV, the Lexus RX, luxury without the pitfalls. I used to think buying a luxury SUV meant you were signing up for future headaches, blown sensors, mystery dashboard lights, and repair bills that feel like rent. But then I drove the Lexus RX, and I realized luxury doesn't have to be a gamble. The RX has been a top-rated SUV in Consumer Reports reliability rankings for over 10 straight years. It's one of the few premium vehicles that consistently scores above 85 out of 100 on long-term dependability. That puts it in elite territory, right alongside the best-built Toyotas. Under the hood, the RX 350 gives you a naturally aspirated V6 engine, known for its smooth, quiet operation and low maintenance needs. No turbochargers to worry about, no timing belt replacements. And if you want better fuel economy, the RX Hybrid delivers over 30 miles per gallon, a number you almost never see in the luxury segment. It also avoids the post-warranty breakdown curve that plagues so many luxury brands. With models routinely reaching 200,000 plus miles with original powertrains, the RX proves it's not just built for the showroom, it's built to last. And then there's resale value. According to Kelley Blue Book, the RX retains an average of 55% of its original value after 5 years, compared to around 45% for the segment average. That's a 10% edge that adds up to thousands of dollars if you ever sell or trade in. So, if you want the comfort of leather seats, premium tech, and whisper-quiet rides, but none of the nightmare repairs or electrical gremlins, the Lexus RX is the unicorn in the luxury world. It's the smart, long-term luxury SUV your future self will thank you for. Next up, we have the Subaru Forester, affordable AWD champion. When I first looked at the Subaru Forester, I wasn't expecting much, but after digging into the numbers and seeing how it performed in real-world tests, I was genuinely surprised. Consumer Reports gave the Forester an 86 out of 100 on their reliability index, putting it in the top tier of compact SUVs. That's not just good, that's elite. But what really caught my attention is what you get as standard. Every single Forester comes with Subaru's full-time all-wheel drive, not as a pricey add-on, but included right off the lot. And this isn't the kind of AWD that's just for show. The Forester handles snow, rain, and rough back roads better than some SUVs that cost $10,000 more. You'd think all that traction would kill your gas mileage, right? Not here. The Forester still delivers an impressive 26 miles per gallon in the city, and 33 on the highway, numbers you'd expect from a compact sedan, not a capable SUV. That kind of fuel economy adds up, especially with rising gas prices. Safety is another win. Subaru includes its EyeSight driver assist system standard on most trims, a package that includes features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, and pre-collision braking. With other brands, you'd have to shell out for a premium trim just to get these features. Here, it's built in, and that could even lead to lower insurance premiums, depending on your provider. So, when you combine top-tier reliability, sedan-like fuel efficiency, real AWD capability, and built-in safety tech, the Forester isn't just a good value. It's a smart investment that's built to go well beyond 200,000 miles with basic maintenance. Moving on to the Mazda CX-5, performance meets long-term value. I've driven a lot of SUVs that claim to blend performance and reliability, but most of them fall short, especially once you hit 60,000 miles. That's why the Mazda CX-5 caught me off guard. This compact SUV doesn't just perform. It outruns, outlasts, and outsaves most of its competitors. Let's start with the numbers. The available turbocharged engine delivers 256 horsepower, which is more than enough to embarrass so-called performance SUVs that cost $10,000 more. And here's the kicker. Even with all that power, the CX-5 still manages up to 31 miles per gallon on the highway. That's a rare combo. power and efficiency in one package. But what really sold me was its long-term cost. According to the transcript, the average owner spends just $447 a year on maintenance, nearly $200 less than the segment average. That's not just a small savings. Over 5 years, that's $1,000 back in your pocket just on routine upkeep. And the reliability? Consumer Reports and real-world mechanics consistently report CX-5s pushing past 200,000 miles with minimal repairs. This isn't a one-off, it's a trend. Owners are getting serious longevity with nothing more than basic maintenance. So if you're tired of having to choose between fun and function, the Mazda CX-5 gives you both: turbocharged performance, excellent fuel economy, and long-term durability. No drama, no breakdowns, just a smart SUV that actually delivers on its promises. Let's continue with the Honda Passport, V6 power built to last. I've owned turbocharged SUVs before, and let me tell you, the repair bills start piling up fast. That's why the Honda Passport immediately stood out to me. According to Consumer Reports, it earned top marks in both reliability and owner satisfaction. And the reason is clear: it's built for the long haul. Under the hood, you get a 280 horsepower V6 engine that delivers smooth, confident power, without the complex turbo systems that tend to break down after 60,000 miles. And while many turbo engines require premium fuel and frequent servicing, this V6 keeps it simple and affordable. Even as a mid-size SUV, the Passport averages 25 miles per gallon on the highway, which is surprisingly efficient given its size and strength. That kind of fuel economy makes a real difference over time, especially with gas prices bouncing all over the place. Inside, it's not cluttered with fragile tech or overcomplicated screens. Everything's intuitive. Controls are physical and built to last. No tech fatigue here. Just practical design that holds up after years of use. And when I say it's built to last, I mean it. According to long-term owner data, many Passports are still running strong past 200,000 miles with only routine maintenance. That's something even some luxury SUVs can't claim. Combine that with Honda's proven engineering, simple V6 reliability, and an interior made for real life, and you've got one of the most underrated mid-size SUVs out there. If you're after low-risk, high-mileage reliability, the Passport just quietly checks every box. Next up, we have the Acura RDX, underrated luxury performer. Most people overlook the Acura RDX when shopping for a luxury SUV, and honestly, that's a mistake. If you want premium comfort backed by Honda's rock-solid engineering, this one deserves a serious look. Let's start with performance. The RDX is powered by a turbocharged 2.0-liter engine that delivers a strong 272 horsepower. That's more than enough for confident highway driving, merging, or hauling gear. And yet, it still manages up to 28 miles per gallon on the highway, which is impressive for a luxury crossover with this kind of punch. Inside, the value is obvious. You get leather seating, a panoramic moonroof, and Acura's advanced safety tech, all standard. No overpriced upgrade packages, no bait-and-switch options list, just features you'd normally pay thousands more for in a German rival. And it's not just about comfort. The RDX consistently ranks high in Consumer Reports reliability scores, year after year. That's a big deal when you consider how many luxury vehicles start falling apart the moment their warranty runs out. One thing that really stood out to me was depreciation resistance. While many luxury SUVs lose 50% or more of their value in just 5 years, the RDX holds up significantly better, thanks to Honda's long-term reputation for durability and lower maintenance costs. Owners routinely report 10+ years of low-stress ownership, with minimal repair bills and very few surprise issues. That's rare in the premium space, where complexity usually leads to breakdowns. Bottom line, if you want a luxury SUV that feels upscale but doesn't become a financial drain, the Acura RDX delivers real-world performance, long-term reliability, and excellent resale value, all in one smart package. Moving on to the Honda CR-V, maintenance under $50. I've owned a lot of vehicles over the years, but I've never seen anything like this. The Honda CR-V averages just $47 per year in maintenance costs. That's not a typo. It's literally cheaper than your monthly coffee habit. At first, I didn't believe it, but the numbers don't lie. Consumer Reports ranks the CR-V among the highest for long-term reliability, and when you break down how it's built, it makes sense. Honda didn't overcomplicate things. The CR-V uses simple, proven engineering with fewer failure points and easy-to-access components. Mechanics regularly report these SUVs lasting well past 200,000 miles, often on original parts. And it's not just about longevity, it's about stress-free ownership. No fragile electronics, no turbocharged repairs, no weird drivetrain quirks, just a vehicle that works year after year. And here's the part that really caught my attention. The CR-V retains between 62% and 70% of its original value after 5 years. That's almost unheard of for non-luxury SUVs, and it's even higher than many vehicles in the Toyota lineup. So if you're looking for an SUV that delivers long-term savings, rock-solid reliability, and costs less to maintain than a single oil change, the Honda CR-V is the definition of a no-brainer. It's not flashy, it's just smart, and over time, that makes all the difference. Last but not least, we have the Toyota RAV4, the resale king. If you're looking for a dependable SUV that holds its value and doesn't bleed you dry at the repair shop, the Toyota RAV4 should be near the top of your list. I was shocked to learn that while most SUVs lose nearly half their value in 5 years, the RAV4 retains a strong 61% of its original value, well above the industry average of about 50%. That means if you spend $28,000 on a new RAV4, it's still worth over $17,000 after 5 years. That's real money back in your pocket if you ever trade in or sell. And it's a big reason so many RAV4 owners come back for another one. But value retention isn't the only reason this SUV stands out. The RAV4 is also impressively fuel efficient, delivering up to 35 miles per gallon on the highway, which adds up to big savings at the pump over time. Whether you're commuting, hauling gear, or taking weekend trips, it's practical without ever feeling boring. One detail most people overlook, and one I really appreciate, is that the RAV4 uses a timing chain, not a timing belt. That might sound small, but it's huge for long-term ownership. Timing belts often need to be replaced every 90,000 miles, and that can cost $800 to $1,000. A timing chain, on the other hand, is designed to last the life of the vehicle, meaning one less expensive repair down the road. And let's not forget reliability. Consumer Reports consistently rates the RAV4 among the top performers for long-term dependability, with owners frequently keeping them well past 200,000 miles. Add in low maintenance costs, strong resale value, and excellent fuel economy, and the Toyota RAV4 delivers one of the best total cost of ownership profiles in the SUV market today. Bottom line, if you want an SUV that's affordable to buy, cheap to run, and smart to own, the Toyota RAV4 is hard to beat. After seeing how these SUVs stack up in reliability, maintenance, and long-term value, it's clear that the smartest choice isn't always the flashiest one. The truth is, vehicles like the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Mazda CX-5 aren't just easy to drive. They're built to save you thousands over the years. We're talking about fuel-efficient SUVs that cost less than $500 a year to maintain, avoid the post-warranty repair traps, and actually hold their value. In a market where depreciation and surprise repairs can wipe out your savings, these models deliver something that's getting harder to find: peace of mind. Whether you're buying your next SUV or holding on to the one you've got, remember, it's not just about what it costs to buy, it's about what it costs to own. And that's where these top-rated SUVs truly shine. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and check out our next video. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps us keep bringing you the info that can save you serious money and a whole lot of stress on the road ahead. And if you're still with me, I want to leave you with something even more valuable, because no matter what SUV or car you choose, what really drains your wallet isn't always the vehicle itself. It's the hidden traps behind ownership: financing, insurance, warranties, and repairs. So let's talk about the stuff nobody explains at the dealership. The real costs, loopholes, and money-saving tips that can help you keep more cash in your pocket over the next 5, 10, even 15 years. 1. The car loan trap no one talks about. Did you know that the average car loan in the US is now over 72 months long? That's 6 years, and many buyers end up underwater on their loan by year 2. The problem? You're paying interest on a depreciating asset. And if your car gets totaled or stolen, gap insurance might not even cover the difference. My advice? If you can, finance for no more than 48 months, even if that means buying a slightly cheaper car. And always ask about total loan cost, not just monthly payments. Dealerships love to say, "We'll get your payment where you want it," but often that means stretching your loan term, not giving you a better deal. 2. Extended warranties. Worth it or waste? Let's talk about extended warranties, one of the biggest profit centers for dealers. The truth? Most factory warranties already cover 3 years or 36,000 miles, and powertrain warranties often stretch to 5 years or 60,000 miles. So when you're being sold a $2,500 warranty just in case, ask yourself, will you even own the car long enough to use it? Some warranties have so many exclusions, they don't even cover common failures. If you want peace of mind, I always recommend a third-party extended warranty from a reputable provider, never the one pushed at the dealership desk. 3. How depreciation destroys your car's value. Here's something few people consider. The average new car loses 20% of its value in the first year and up to 50% by year 5. That means your $40,000 SUV could be worth less than $20,000 in just a few years, even if it's running perfectly. Want to avoid the worst depreciation? Look for vehicles that hold their value, like the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Lexus RX. Buying 2 to 3 years used is often the sweet spot. You let the first owner take the hit, and you still get a low-mileage, reliable vehicle. 4th, auto insurance hacks for smart drivers. Let's talk car insurance premiums, because most people are overpaying. First, if you're over 50 and still have full coverage on a car that's worth less than $5,000, you're probably throwing money away. Second, many insurers offer discounts for things like low annual mileage anti-theft devices, driving courses. Yes, even if you've been driving 30+ years. And here's a big one. If your vehicle has advanced safety systems like lane departure warning or collision avoidance, you could qualify for a discount. But you have to ask. They're not always applied automatically. Always compare quotes every 12 months. Insurance loyalty rarely pays. 5. The EV ownership reality nobody warns you about. EVs are everywhere now, but they're not always the golden ticket they seem to be. For example, battery replacement can cost $12,000 to $20,000, and out-of-warranty repairs are often difficult and expensive due to proprietary parts and software. And if you're thinking about resale value, some EVs, like the Chevy Bolt or Nissan Leaf, lose up to 65% of their value in 5 years. That said, models like the Tesla Model Y and Ford Mustang Mach-E are faring better, for now. But if you're buying electric, make sure you understand the battery warranty, usually 8 years, 100,000 miles. Know where your nearest certified EV service center is, and consider home charging installation costs, typically $1,000 to $2,500 upfront. 6. The secret to buying a used car without getting burned. The used car market can be a goldmine or a total disaster. One mistake I've seen again and again is skipping the vehicle history report. Always use services like Carfax or AutoCheck. But don't stop there. Ask for maintenance records. If the seller can't prove oil changes and major service, walk away. And here's the hidden gem. Check the tires and brakes. A car that needs new tires, rotors, or pads could easily cost you $1,500 to $2,000 within the first month of ownership. Finally, always do a pre-purchase inspection, even on certified used cars. It might cost $150 up front, but it could save you from a $3,000 transmission issue. 7. How to maximize trade-in value. Want top dollar for your trade-in? Timing and prep are everything. Sell in spring or summer, when used car demand is higher. Get a professional detailing job. A clean car can boost trade-in value by $500 to $1,000. Bring printouts of your KBB and Edmunds trade-in values to the negotiation, and never forget, you don't have to trade it in at the same place you're buying. Sometimes, selling your car to a third party, like CarMax or Carvana, will net you $1,000 plus more. 8. Leasing versus buying. What actually saves you more? Leasing might look cheaper monthly, but over time it almost always costs more, especially if you drive more than 12,000 miles per year. Leases hit you with mileage overage fees, wear and tear penalties, and nothing to show at the end of the term. Buying may have a slightly higher monthly cost, but after the loan is paid off, it's all yours, and you can drive it for another 5 to 10 years payment-free. Bottom line? Leasing makes sense for short-term convenience, but buying wins for long-term savings and equity, especially with reliable brands like Honda, Toyota, and Lexus. 9. The certified pre-owned trap most buyers miss. I used to think buying certified pre-owned (CPO) was the safest bet until I saw what really goes on behind the scenes. Dealerships love to push CPOs because they can charge $2,000 to $3,000 more for the same vehicle with a fancy inspection checklist. But here's the thing: that 172-point inspection? It's done in-house and not independently verified. Some CPO programs only cover powertrain, not electronics or wear items like brakes or suspension, and many CPO warranties are redundant if the original factory warranty is still active. If you're considering a CPO, read the fine print. Make sure you know what's actually covered. How long the coverage lasts, whether the warranty transfers if you sell the car. In many cases, you can buy the same car with fewer dealer markups from a private party, get a pre-purchase inspection, and still come out thousands ahead, even if you add your own extended warranty. 10. 5 maintenance myths that waste your money. Let me bust a few maintenance myths that cost car owners hundreds every year, and not just first-timers. These catch even seasoned drivers off guard. Myth number 1. You need to change your oil every 3,000 miles. Nope. Most modern vehicles, especially Toyotas, Hondas, and Mazdas, can go 5,000 to 10,000 miles between oil changes depending on the oil type and driving conditions. Myth number 2. Premium fuel is better for your engine. Unless your owner's manual requires it, you're wasting money. If your car is tuned for regular, using premium does nothing for performance or longevity. Myth number 3. Dealership service is always best. While dealerships have OEM parts, their hourly labor rate can be $30 to $50 higher than a trusted independent mechanic, with no quality difference in most cases. Myth number 4. You have to service your car at the dealer to keep your warranty. False. By law, under the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, you can take your vehicle anywhere. Just keep receipts and follow the schedule. Myth number 5. Engine flushes and fuel system cleanings are essential. In most modern engines, they're not. Unless there's a specific issue, those services are often unnecessary add-ons pushed by service advisors. Knowing what's actually needed and what's just profit padding can save you hundreds every year and extend your vehicle's life without wasting money. Whether you're buying new, shopping used, or just trying to stretch the life of the SUV in your driveway, the more you know, the more you save. Because the real cost of car ownership isn't just about sticker price, it's about financing traps, insurance premiums, hidden maintenance, and depreciation. Learn to navigate those like a pro, and you're not just saving money, you're protecting your freedom, your time, and your peace of mind.